Absolutely. We have another question from community. This is Gloria Ratcliffe. Hey, Gloria.
Hi.
Gloria is live with us. What's your question,
Hi,
Gloria?
Gloria.
Hi, Rosie. How are you?
Good.
I got your audio book and your hardcover book, and I just wanted to ask you, have you forgiven the Catholic Church? And if so, like, how do you do that? And if you do it every day? Because it seems like a lot was done, not just to you, but many people. And I live in that space too, and it's very difficult to let it go.
Right. Well, I will say this, Gloria. I don't have anything against the Catholic Church, so there was nothing to forgive on that, in that regard. I will say this. I have forgiven the nuns that were abusive to me, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I think that my problem was with the individual, not with the entire Catholic community, and it's still an issue for me to this day because I still suffer slightly from PTSD. And I understand it's really hard. It's really, really hard because it's so ingrained in you, the abuse and the dogma. And, and I know a lot of people took offense in me saying that I consider myself a recovering Catholic, but that's my right to say. They have no idea what I went through in the convent when I was being raised by those nuns. It was, as you read in the book, and thank you so much for buying my book.
Loved your book. It was so profound on so many levels.
Oh, thank you. Well, Gloria, I wish you peace because life is to be enjoyed, and you shouldn't allow them to take any bit of joy away from you. And we do that by holding on to the pain, And even though it's hard to let go, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. Look at me, I'm so happy.
Yeah, your hair looks fabulous.
Thank you, darling. Oh, I love her. Yay.
How old do you think you were when you were really able to let go of that pain?
Of that pain?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, like when I was probably in my mid-30s.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I understand Gloria, know, and it was so hard. It was so hard because also it was kind of complicated because there were some nuns there, as I write in the book, that were so influential in a positive way that really changed my life. There was one particular nun told me, buckle down, study hard, do everything that you can do to get out of this and be a success in life. And I never forgot those words. And, so they weren't all bad. There was just a few that were just horrific.
Yeah.
Not just to me, too.
And you're very focused on being a positive influence on women these days and working with strong women. That's one of the reasons that you're here is a strong women campaign that you're doing with Pine Sol, correct? Which is I completely forgot to talk about until now.
No, that's okay. It's called When Life Stinks. Women rise above it. Don't you love it?
In that sense, I don't know if my segue really worked that well.
And it's fantastic. It's a peer-to-peer online mentorship platform.
Oh, wow.
Where they pair up women. You could either, if you're a mentor or mentee, this non-for-profit group called Women in Power pair them up, and it's a year's commitment to another woman. And I think it's fantastic. And, like I said, there were so many female mentors that I had in my life, as Gloria knows because she read my book, that really turned my life around. And to participate in a campaign that champions that, I was like, sign me up.
Who was your biggest female mentor?
My biggest female mentor was probably my aunt. And second to that will probably be that nun that I spoke about.
Wow.
And she actually ended up leaving the convent. And but I remember when she left my life, I literally had a breakdown, and that was at 13 years old. I had an emotional breakdown, and stuff. And so whether you're old or young, we need that community of women supporting each other, and that's what this campaign is all about. And you can also go on to their website, womenriseaboveit.com, or you can use their hashtag, womenriseaboveit, on Instagram. And my favorite part of the campaign is that you can win up to various prizes, but you can also win up to a year's worth of cleaning services from Pine Sol. And I love that.
That's fantastic. I need a fair amount of those cleaning services myself. Would you say that you didn't have did you have any mentors when you were first starting out in Hollywood as an actress? When you got the role and Do the Right Thing, and you were trying to make your way as an actress, were there female mentors in Hollywood?
No. Mm-hmm. I was pretty much out on my own. It wasn't until that I met. You mean as entertainers?
Yeah.
It wasn't until I met Eve Ensler,
oh, wow.
who wrote the Vagina Monologues. She became a mentor to me without even knowing it. And she was the one that told me, you have such a joyful essence about you, but you're still carrying a lot of pain. And I said, no, I'm not. And she goes, yeah, you are, and I think you need therapy. I go, oh my God, that's so insulting. How dare you? And she says, my doctor's number is such and such. I go, thank you. And I
hate you. You're a liar. Can I see that?
And I ended up going to the doctor. And it was so funny because I write about it in the book. I went in there and go, hi, I'm only here because Eve told me that she thinks I need therapy. I don't need therapy. I really don't need this. And I'm just going to go now. An hour later, I was like, well, this was great. She goes, I'll see you next week. I go, okay. She goes, why don't we do tomorrow? I go, all right. Yeah. And 5 years later.
Still going?
Yeah. Well, that was, I no longer am with that doctor. I'm with a new doctor. I needed more intense therapy. And, and I check in. It's like a tune-up. I check in maybe once a month.
Will you come back and check in with us soon? Because I have to let you go now, but I would love for you to come back and continue to check in here.
Yes.
It's not therapy. It probably doesn't have the qualities that therapy does, but it's good.
Oh, well, thank you. And as a host now, that was a beautiful segue.
Oh,
it was like right off the cuff. You understand the talent that takes people.
It was like
that was really good.
You were like, I had my childhood was pretty abusive. I was with these nuns, and I was like, speaking of strong women, you're with Pine Sol. It's okay. Rosie, thanks so much. And for more information about Rosie's partnership with Pine Sol, check out the links in our resource well below. And let's thank our community for chiming in with some really, really amazing questions. Gloria, thanks for reading Rosie's book and having such a wonderful, wonderful question about your life and about Rosie's life. And guys, keep watching HuffPost Live. We've got a lot more great conversations coming up.
I'm Caroline Moderesi-Tirani, and you're watching